Hello, guys. Happy Wednesday. I will wait a couple minutes, wait for a couple people to pop on. It looks like we've got a few already. This one, I'm going to try and keep it short and sweet. I've got a few main things that I want to talk about, and then that is going to be it. And I will do any follow-up questions on Google or Class Dojo if necessary. We've got a few people already on. I've got Dojo pulled up. Messages in the chat are working, but if for some reason it won't let you, you can send me a Dojo message and I can check that also. All right, I'll go ahead and get started. And again, if you have to leave partway through, this will stay up so you can watch it later. The biggest thing I want to talk to you guys about is what this is going to look like for the rest of the year. These last couple weeks, we've just been ironing out the details of what online learning looks like and how we're going to make it work and getting all the kids the material they need. And at this point, almost all of our kids that need some sort of device or access to internet, they've got that. So we're really going to start focusing on our online learning to best access the material that is going to help the kids. So my team and I, Mr. Flock, Mr. Kosan, and myself have been working to create what we want the rest of this year to look like. We've created learning goals, or we've looked through the standards and chosen learning goals for ELA and math. As a state, that is what they want the focus to be on for the rest of the year. That doesn't mean we're not going to provide science and social studies and health-related material. It just means that the bulk of our work needs to be focused around ELA and math, which is, ideal for everybody, just because those are the main focal points within the school year anyway. We chose some learning goals that will allow us to move forward and give the kids content and understanding of skills that they will need going into fourth grade. I know that was a concern for some families. Is my child going to be behind? Are they going to know what they need to know entering fourth grade? And the best we could give was everybody's in the same boat. We're going to do the best we can. And there's going to be that understanding, statewide. That doesn't mean we're able to ensure they're going to be 100% ready, because without being able to be with the kids and side by side helping them every day, we still understand and know that there will be, that understanding across pretty much the whole nation that learning can only go so far. So we are really working towards moving forward, though, and teaching them some new skills and knowing that in the process, they may not totally get it, and that's fine. We are really trying to make sure that what we give them is something they can understand at home with the support we're able to provide. So looking at next week, reading will probably be similar in the sense that it'll be ReadWorks material. And then math, we're kind of going to try and focus on one subject area a week. So math will be our focus for next week. And we're working on getting some videos recorded where we're probably Mr. Flock mainly is going to be doing the teaching part of it. And then we're going to push out some interactive lessons to go with it. So that's the goal. So that way the kids are able to focus mainly on math and be able to get their ELA work done without too much time spent. I've had a few questions on how to find material or people not being able to access or locate like the ReadWorks articles or different things in Google Classroom. And I've got mine pulled up right here. And the way that I have it set up is that week 2, it says week 2, April 13 through 17. I have that pushed all the way up to the top of my Google Classroom so that that's the first thing the kids see once they click on classwork. Once they click on classwork, It's right here towards the bottom, but it's labeled exactly like it is in the learning grid sent home last Friday. So it'll say ELA online in all caps, and then ReadWorks, the big hike, and then math online, fact fluency, and iReady. So we've got them labeled so that the kids should be able to find them. If for some reason they're not pulling up or you're having trouble, message me and I will work to help you figure out where that is and what's going on. Attendance is one thing I wanted to talk about this week. There's been, gray area on how does it work? What is attendance going to look like? And for me, attendance is going to be that they attend their Zoom meeting every Tuesday. They'll get marked off for attendance. And then turning in their work is going to be an attendance marker that I use. And seeing that they're doing iReady lessons and extra math lessons also. So we need 2 contact points a week. And I know that's been brought up before, but I just wanted to remind you guys, 2 contact points a week at least. Some kids are turning work in every day, so they're getting attendance points every day. We do attendance once a week per the state, and so we track throughout the week, and as long as we have 2 contact points, the kids get marked here, and if we have less than 2, they get marked absent for that section. If I have less than 2 contact points for your kiddo that week, there may be a phone call made by me or one of our assistants to just check in, make sure everything's okay, see if there's anything you need if we're not able to get a hold of you on Dojo. So with that being said, my first set of Zoom classes went really, really well. The kids logged in. They'd done this a million times. They were interacting. They were having fun. It was a little awkward at first for all of them just because they're not used to that type of setting. But we'll get it figured out and start doing some more fun stuff in there to make them more comfortable. But it was really good to see the kids. It was really nice to see them happy and smiling, and just reassurance for me that they are doing well. If you missed your Zoom meeting or if your student missed their Zoom meeting, the schedule is on Class Dojo, and there's a reminder set. So next Tuesday, the reminder will go off that they start at 9 a.m. Your child's may not be at 9 a.m., but the reminder just starts to let you know that they are beginning. If you have trouble getting on Zoom or there's an issue with you not being able to get onto the account, please let me know, and I will work with you to see if we can figure something out. I may attempt doing Google Meets if we find that works better and is easier. But for right now, we were really successful in Zoom, so I'm going to just keep it there. So as I was saying with the learning goals, our grid's going to look a little bit different. Nothing too crazy. We'll still have a fun science activity for offline, but the online work and the offline work are going to be more similar than they have been. So if your child is choosing to do offline work, they may have to access like a reading article that we have put as a PDF, and they'll have to read that, but then they can do their response questions offline. And same for math. They may have to access something online, but then can do all of their work, paper, pencil, and do it offline. We're still trying to figure out how it's going to work best to give everyone equal education if they don't want to do the online material. So that's going to be the only change. We are working on something, we've done something really cool. By we, I mean, Mr. Kosian made a video and shared it with me on how kids can attach pictures to their offline work assignments in Google Classroom. So as it stands right now, we have parents, we've told them to send us pictures in Dojo of their work if they choose to do offline work. And Mr. Kosian figured out that they can attach pictures to the offline link that we've provided in Google Classroom. And they can take a picture using their Chromebook and upload it to that offline portal. And then it'll be attached to their name and it'll show us all of their online work in one spot so that you don't have to take a million pictures and send them to us one file at a time. So I'm going to be posting hopefully today that video for you so you guys can see that and walk through it with your kiddo if you want to. Again, not a big deal if you don't want to, if it's one more thing that you don't want to deal with, that's fine. Dojo still works, but if you want to figure that out or play with it to maybe simplify things for you, go ahead and try that out. And I'm more than happy to help you if you have some questions. In Google Classroom, so going into, in line with the changes there might be, last week we did the response form. And as I stated in my Monday video, we had kids filling out the response form to say what assignments they did, but then we never saw those assignments actually get turned in. So I talked with the kids on Tuesday in the Zoom meeting, but I also thought I'd let you guys know the response form is like the very last thing you do. If you want to, it's usually, it'll be posted between today and Thursday evening, Friday morning, because we really do want it to be the last thing the kids do. And it's just like their final check off. I'm done for the week. I'm, free to go play and hang out. All it is just a quick check-in with us so we can see whether they did online reading or, offline. And we have that option for all of the categories, and they'll just go through and click which ones they did and click submit. Automatically comes to us. But the biggest thing is they need to have their work done and turned in before they do that form. Otherwise, we have no way of cross-referencing that they actually did do the work. Let's see, I'm checking through my list of what I wanted to talk about. I have here, and I just put, our goal in all of this is to create meaningful work for the kids that's not overwhelming. If for any reason the work that we are posting on the Learning Grid is too much for you, or it's really overwhelming, just let me know. Send me a message on Dojo, and I'm more than happy to work through it with you. We can modify things, adjust things, but just know that we understand times are crazy. We understand lives are hectic, and we're not expecting this to be, 100% a priority. Some parents are trying to work from home and juggle, being teacher and working and then being a parent and having it not all run together. And I get that. So if for some reason 1 week it's just too much for you guys, just let me know and we'll work something out. Communication is key during all of this. That's the biggest thing I have to stress is just communicate. You can always reach me on Dojo. I did set my quiet hours back, but I have them set starting at 5 p.m. And that just means I don't get the alerts on my phone until the next morning. And I had to do that just for myself so I could create that separation between work and home, because I found myself checking messages and answering questions at 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock at night. And that was taken away from my kids. So I'm trying to kind of set myself a routine so that I'm at work during the day and I'm mom in the evening. So to do that, I did set my quiet hours, and I appreciate your guys' understanding with that. I've already had some parents mention that, not a problem, and they understand that. So I appreciate that. I don't have much more. I really did just want to touch on, just kind of solidifying some of those questions people have had and what things are going to look like. The Zoom meeting schedule won't be changing unless I hear from a specific family that needs a different time, and then I can just pop your kiddo into a different time slot. But attendance we do once a week, and it's based on the 2 contact points I have. And mainly that we're just working to move ahead in the learning part of all of this and not stay stagnant in just practicing skills they already knew. So it could prove to be a challenging thing, but these kiddos are amazing and so smart, and I don't think it'll be a problem for them. We're going to keep it minimal, but we are going to push forward with moving ahead in our learning. So if you have any questions or concerns about that or anything else I've mentioned in the meeting today, feel free to message me. Otherwise, I don't see any questions on Dojo, and I don't see any in the chat. So I will go ahead and end this video, and I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Enjoy the sunshine and stay safe, guys. Bye-bye.